peoples. Got a very interesting live stream for you guys today. What's up, Mr. JB? God, go Donnie. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the family. Never seen you before. Valistad. What's up, Aranka? What's up, Double M? The Driver Sensei. What's up, y'all? Christian V and whoever else that's going to be watching on the replay. Robert Silsky, welcome, welcome out. Angelino Ryder, what's up? Dylan De Jesus, Chris Udy. What's up, Nick Terp Chin Off? What's up, Blondie? Okay. That's enough of the music. I know some of you just want me to get straight to the point. Before we get straight to the point, hey, I got a few opening announcements, but y'all know we're going to be talking about Instacart today, and I got a special guest. I want you guys to please do me a favor and say hi to Rideshare Lisa. Wave, Rideshare Lisa. But before we get back, before we have the conversation with Rideshare Lisa, got a few opening announcements, okay? Opening announcement number 1. Guys, I do not know if you got this email, but Grubhub just recently sent an email out, and I want you guys to pay attention to how they are becoming more and more like DoorDash, all right? Accept and head immediately to the restaurant. As soon as you accept an offer, start heading over to the restaurant to show that you are moving towards pickup to avoid reassignment. What? For real? In the coming weeks, you may receive a message reminding you. Oh, geez. Y'all know what kind of move that is. That's you don't appear to be heading in the direction of the restaurant. That's DoorDash. That's DoorDash all day long, man. So in the coming weeks, look out for that, all my Grubhub drivers. If you are a Grubhub driver, just put, "Oh man," in the chat or in the comment section down below. All right. We also have another opening announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I put the link to this video in the description down below. It's about a DoorDash driver reporting to the news, and I guess in his market, that about an incomplete order being, and I guess he's afraid that he possibly might lose his opportunity to work on DoorDash. If you want to go ahead and check that out, the link is in the description down below. All right, and back on the screen. All right, Rideshare Lisa is just basically just chilling at the moment and just waiting for me to give her to get her back up on the screen. One last opening announcement that I have, ladies and gentlemen, is if you did not get a chance to check out last night's podcast, Gig App Life podcast, you could go ahead and check that out. The link is in the description. Oh, matter of fact, it's in the cards. All right, if you do not know how to get to the cards, get back up on the screen. It should appear right here if you're watching on the replay, or you could just tap on the screen and you're going to see an eye. Tap on that eye, you're going to see all the playlists and all the videos I have in the description down below. All right, so today we are going to be talking about pro shopper tips to avoid the bait then switch with Rideshare Lisa. Okay, now last night we talked about this right here. The customer tip, the bait then switch. The bait was $54.95 in a tip, and then they turned it to $0 on the back end. I saw this comment right underneath that video. Tippy Loves Tips said, "Sadly, this isn't new with Instacart. I've been hearing stories like this for almost 6 months." Now, I will say I'm new to Instacart. I didn't even know this stuff was going on, man. I didn't even know it was going on. But and a lot of drivers were saying that this has been happening to them for a while, or this happened to them a few times. So I'm like, is this fresh or is this old, right? So I came across, well, this was sent to me by another driver. This was sent to me, a post back in March 8th, 2019, that says, "So a friend just called me. His order was supposed to be delivered. He left an $8 tip. No one has accepted it. It's been nearly 3 hours. I start laughing with him on the phone. I told his lazy ASS to go get it himself, jokingly. But in all seriousness, now he calls Instacart support to find out if his delivery is coming. The rep tells him to increase the tip to $20, then $0 if zero it out after delivery. This is some BS. Now, this whole thing, I'm new to Instacart. I didn't even know where to start, where to begin to give you guys some solutions. And that's exactly why I have Rideshare Lisa, which I'm going to bring up on the screen right now. Rideshare Lisa, please, just give us some pro tips on how to deal with this, because I haven't even started yet, but I want to make sure that I don't go out there and I'm choosing the wrong stuff, okay? Please help me out here. Wait. Are you unmuted? Did you unmute your mic?
All right.
There you go. All right, so
the one thing I noticed is that you have to know your market, and a lot of people, especially doing rideshare, understand the term. In a lot of deliveries, I noticed that in a lot of channels that I go to, you really have to know your market. Every market is different. So you want to know where you are when you do Instacart or when you do any gig work. But with Instacart and all the big tips that have been coming out, you want to be able to see where the customer is and where they're located. And I always take, when I see the batches, I try not to take one with a really high amount if it's going to in Syracuse or in just a common area like, in my neighborhood.
Right.
I try not to, but if I see that it's going to an area where it's kind of, their houses are like $500,000 or a little bit more, I know that the tip's probably going to be on the right, and then I will take up. I did a video yesterday where I showed that I was going on a $55 delivery, and the tip was a little high, but I wanted to just check it out and see about my theory, if it was right. And I ended up with $59 after the batch was over, plus I ended up with a cash tip from one of the customers. So okay. I made probably about $10, $15 more on that one batch than I did originally.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to read the chat here, and you've been doing Instacart for how long, if you don't mind sharing?
Probably in about June. It'll probably be about a year.
It's been about a year. Okay. Anyone here that's been doing Instacart longer than a year, please put how long you've been doing Instacart. Please put it in the chat or in the comment section down below. Some people feel like there's no pro tips to, I guess, doing Instacart or to avoid customers that are shady. How do you feel about that?
I think that's terrible.
All right, so you don't feel like you feel like there are tips to avoid these situations.
Yeah, you just gotta know your market. Pay attention to the batch. For one area, knowing your market, knowing where the delivery is going is a big thing, because you don't want to take it to an area where it's you're going to take it, but you don't want to expect a bigger tip in a lower income area, or people that don't really tip a lot. College campuses, I have a college campus by me, and when I do rideshare, they don't even tip. They like to, their parents have a lot of money, but they like to save their money. So in areas that I already know where the tip may or may not be, I already know that I'm not going to accept a batch with a high tip amount if I'm going to these particular areas. It's going to the other areas where, they spend a little bit more on their houses, the $500,000 or plus. Some areas that I have in my market that I know that if I see a high tip amount, then that's worth taking. But I don't take a batch where the tip is higher than what Instacart is paying me, unless I really know for sure or have an idea. And I usually stop at the same 3 stores, the Costco, the Wegmans, and the Aldi's I have right next to me. So when I look at the list, when it comes up, or the batch comes up on my phone, I always look at the list because I've already been shopping in the store all day long, and so now I know what they have or what they don't have. So I'm also going to look at the items on the screen to see if that's what if they have those items or they don't, because that also adjusts your tip, not by a customer, but by not having some stuff and doing a lot of refunds. Okay. So when I get to the store, I always tell the customer, if I'm doing refunds, go ahead, find something else, and I will replace it for you.
Okay.
So try not to lose any money.
Okay, so obviously, I consider these to be very valuable tips, because me being a person that has never done Instacart, I wouldn't even know where to begin. And I do know that there are some other people that are interested in doing Instacart, and they're just like me. So being a person that has never experienced someone that would, bait and then switch, or I would just accept an order or a batch just because I see the amount that's on it. Like, oh my gosh, it's paying me $50, but I'm not really paying attention to, hey, is the base pay, or how much is Instacart gonna pay versus the tip? And I guess I feel like this is great information. This is great information for new shoppers. If you are a veteran shopper and you don't need this information, then you don't need to watch this video. But it's still one of those things. I feel like every rookie would have to go through. But there's probably videos already that already talked about this, but it's still great information. So, Rideshare Lisa, I want to now ask you, what are 5 rookie mistakes that you have made as an Instacart shopper? 5 rookie mistakes that, off the top of your head, if you can't come up with 5, that's okay. But 5 rookie mistakes. I don't want to make any rookie mistakes. I want to be a veteran. So, go ahead.
You want to be a veteran right off the top. Huh?
Right off the top.
The first thing, Instacart uses a lot of your battery from your phone. Mm-hmm. So I was told that, and I never really paid attention to it. So my battery would die all the time, or my phone would die all the time, and then I'd have to run out to my car, start my car up, plug my phone in, and wait till I get some charge on it so I can go back and shop.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up having to get back. Yeah, I ended up buying a battery backup, and then I made a rookie mistake a few days ago and let my battery backup die. So when I brought my battery backup in, it didn't really work because it was dead. So you always want to make sure you keep it charged. Okay. When you go to Aldi's, you're going to need a cart, and I would always forget quarters for the carts. So then I would have to run back to my car, look for change and everything. It was just things I didn't think about because I just went in to go shopping and I didn't think anything of it.
Wait. You're saying that you would have to go, you need quarters to get Aldi's?
For the Aldi's
shopping carts?
It's for the shopping carts. You don't do that?
For real?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Aldi's, they have them binded together, and you put a quarter in, and then you can pull your card out. It's basically so they can ensure that you're putting the cards back in the cubby.
Okay.
Wow. I've never heard that before. Yeah, that's what they do here in my market. So,
Oh, wow.
wow.
Okay. All right, so let's continue.
I would also, I really wouldn't look at the list that is provided. So when it said heavy pay included, I
Okay.
would never pay attention to what that meant. That meant usually 2 or 3 cases of water. Or if you go
Wow.
to Costco's and you get those 4-pack of orange juices, well, I know what that means now, but I know to look for it. But I would never look for things like that,
Oh,
and I
wow.
would never ever just look at the grocery list that they provided.
Okay.
So I mean, I would go there and I started off because I hate produce, and it seems to be what everybody else is having a problem with. Especially the organic stuff. I don't do a lot of produce, and I don't buy anything that's organic. I just buy stuff, and then so a lot of the stuff was new to me and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of trouble with the produce. So I always started with the produce, or if I was going to the store for myself, I'd walk around the produce section, kind of trying to get a feel for it
Okay.
and see where things are. Especially like with Wegmans, they have a nature time place.
Okay.
I don't know if your Wegmans does or not, but
Well,
then I would walk through the aisles there. It's
I
kind of
haven't seen
small,
a,
but it's all organic
I
and
haven't seen
vegan
a,
stuff.
I haven't seen a Wegmans down here at all. I mean, there probably is one, but I haven't seen a Wegmans at all. I first heard about Wegmans from Double M. I didn't even know what Wegmans was. I've heard of
Wegmans
Kroger.
is the best.
I've heard of Kroger. I've heard of. I now know about Wegmans, but we have majority of like Publix and Winn-Dixie and Walmart down here. So, yeah. So okay. So you mentioned about the battery. You mentioned about oh geez, I didn't write any of this stuff down, but I think we got to 3. Any additional tips that you would have for the rookies that might come across this Instacart video?
I also would, when I would go get in line, I wouldn't pay attention. I would go into the line that had the least amount of people, usually on the further end. Come to find out, those are actually training registers, and usually they don't know they're new, so it ends up taking about 45 minutes to cash out. So
So
even
the
if you think a
lines.
line might be a little bit long, going to where the training registers are is not the best idea when you're doing Instacart.
So you're saying that the lines that are usually shorter are usually like the training registers? I never heard of that.
Yeah, we get that. We have that a lot up here, and it didn't really click in for a while, and I'm thinking, why are they taking so long? And why is, I mean, I have everything bagged and I tag everything. I'm not sure why, and I found out, and it would take. I mean, they're in training, just like anybody else who's new at the job, and then they wouldn't bag it right, so. I had to coach them in how to bagging items, because one time I was working in the Buffalo store, and I went to a Wegmans, and I was just doing a delivery only. It wasn't even shop. It was already shopped for me. I had to go to the store and pick it up, and somebody put raw chicken with cheese. I will never, ever forget that. It was terrible.
Okay.
Like, they didn't realize that you bag raw chicken separately because you can get sick.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Your microphone worked really good, right, Lisa?
Sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, I know y'all heard that train. It's a train coming. All right. So I want to thank you for all the tips that you did provide. If you have any additional tips that you would like to share, feel free to do so at this time. Rideshare Lisa, anything else you want to share with the family before we start exiting this live stream?
Just pay attention to the batches. If they sound too good to be true, or if you're questioning the batch, then I wouldn't do it. And make sure that when you shop at the stores that you regularly shop at. So that way you know where everything is, and it wouldn't take you as long. Also, a lot of people don't know, but even when it comes up on the app and it says that you have to go to this certain store, you can actually go to the one closest to you. If you find one that's closer to you, you don't have to drive all the way out to the store that they put on the app. You can go to the one that by you, and then go straight to the customer's house. The only thing is they only pay for the mileage from the store that they want you to go to the customer's house, not from where you want to shop to the customer's house. But if you're at a store that like you're a Publix or something. See, I always have a Wegmans right by me. I always go to the Wegmans by my house, and then I'll go to the customer's house instead of going to the Wegmans that they want me to go to. As long as it's affiliated with Instacart, you can go to that one. And you do have up to an hour. So when you're multi-apping, I know right now Double M is multi-apping, but a lot of us really aren't, and not. It depends because of what's going on. But when you're multi-apping and you decide that you like Instacart, you have actually 70 minutes before you actually have to start the shopping. So if you have a DoorDash or a Grubhub or Postmates or whatever, and you can do that before you go and shop, because you get 40 minutes before they give you a warning, and then they'll give you a warning to start shopping, and that's usually 10 minutes, and then they give you another 10 minutes before they reassign it. So you really do have like 60 to 70 minutes before you have to shop. So if you're doing DoorDash or something else, you can continue to do that before you go and start your delivery.
Oh, wow.
Or shopping at the store.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So I have a comment that was left on my video yesterday that I want to just, before I really let you go, just this comment, I want to see how you would respond to this, okay? This comment comes from Dios. It says, UDM, this is one of the issues. You will be more upset when you spend all that time shopping for the customer and they mark half of the items as missing. How do you respond to that, Rideshare, Lisa? I haven't had that, but I do know customers are kind of like shady. Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure, these are my receipts from today.
Okay.
You got to make sure that you hang on to all your receipts from the store. Mm-hmm. And when you go down, when it comes down, when everything processes, they will say whether or not things are missing from their items. And you can actually dispute it. As long as you find the receipt with the date and you have it on here, you can dispute what is missing and take a picture of the receipt, send it in so you won't get in trouble if they say half their stuff is missing when they actually got it. Oh, now, wow. I have a thing on my app where it says 15 items are missing. It was from one customer. And that was actually from back when all this first started and there was no toilet paper, sanitizer, soap, water, when there really wasn't anything. I mean, this lady had 70 items, I think, and 15 of them she put in there that I didn't give them to her. But I didn't give them to her because in the state or in the United States, I think they were completely out of everything. Everything that she wanted, they were completely out. So instead, she was putting it in as a missing item when it wasn't really a missing item. It was just an out of stock item. But for some reason, they've kept it on my app. I don't know why, but you want to make sure you keep your receipts so you can dispute that if they say things are missing. So that way you can still get paid or you won't get in trouble.
Okay.
Because they look out for that.
All right. Well, everybody say, well, actually, let me get you back up on the screen because I just moved you from the screen. Everybody say thank you to Rideshare Lisa if you're watching now, watching on the replay. Thank you for the tips. the tricks, even down to the missing items, keeping your receipts. That is definitely a plus. That's something I didn't ever think about. Yeah, I would keep my receipts to show proof that I did find and I did pay for these items because here's the receipt. You know, so especially when you try to see by
you can throw the receipt away. I mean, you don't have to keep it forever, but once the bill processes and stuff, then you can toss them. But make sure you hang on to these until then.
All right, definitely a plus. So just say thank you to Rideshare Lisa again, and have a good one, Rideshare Lisa. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in, whether you tuned in live or you tuned in on the replay. Thank you. If you enjoyed the information that was provided, if you found it valuable, just squeeze the life out of that thumbs up for me, please. And I think that is about it. Yes. When you watch the DoorDash video of the driver that's going through it, please, if you could do me a favor and share that video as many times as you want to, just share it, because this is information that needs to be out there. Y'all already know that there was a guy on YouTube that was showing people how to I guess beat the system, okay? And now that this driver is out there putting it on the news, that information need to get out too, okay? They need to see, people need to see that, hey, you're doing us wrong. You're actually hurting us. You're causing us to, you're affecting our money. If you're saying that we didn't deliver it, but we know we did, you're not going to affect our money, and that's not cool at all. So, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and that's it. If y'all know what to do, squeeze the life out of that thumbs up. What's up, y'all? Bye.